Welcome class 12th. Today I am going to send you revised video of chapter 4 The Rat Trap. The Rat Trap is written by Selma Lagerlof. The whole story revolves around the theme essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. The Rat Trap is written by Selma Lagerlof, a Swedish writer. This is the story. It is interesting, entertaining, and philosophical. It reads like a fairy tale. The Rat Trap is based on the theme that essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding and love. The writer has beautifully brought out human loneliness and the need to bond with others. So, this is the theme of the poem. No one is good or bad by his or her birth. Society, family, and the traditions, culture make him so. So, dear students, I am moving ahead. I am giving you the value points of this story. In the first part, there is description of Rat Trap Sailor. Rat Trap Sailor has been addressed with many names like Rat Trap Sailor, tramp, homeless man, vagabond, ragamuffin, stranger, paddler. Different words has been used for him. So in first part there is description of the man. Once upon a time there was a man who went around selling small rat traps of wire. He made them himself, but his business was not profitable. So he had to beg, steal a bit to survive. His clothes were in rags, his cheeks were sunken, and hunger could be noticed in his eyes. So you can see the main points: poverty stricken. He was leading cheerless existence, monotonous and sad life, shabby clothes, sunken cheeks because he was the victim of malnutrition. Hunger gleamed in his eyes, and his business was not profitable, so he was involved in begging and stealing in order to survive. Begging, petty thievery, in order to survive himself. His clothes were in rags, cheeks were sunken, hunger could be noticed in his eyes. World had never been kind to him. That the whole world was nothing but a big rat trap. He had no home, no shelter. He had not positive attitude towards the world and its people, because no one showed kindness towards him. Wherever he went, people chased him away, and he had been unwelcomed. So he was amused to think of some people who were already trapped, some others who were trying to reach the bait. Now I am moving ahead. Entertaining thought. The whole world is nothing but a big rat trap. Land, seas, cities, villages, they are nothing but baits, riches, joys, shelter, food, heat, clothing, they are temptation. An idea came into his mind out of his rat trap that this world is nothing but a big rat trap. All the beautiful things, they are temptation to attract the people. They are just like baits to trap. The world offered lands, clothes, foods, joys, riches to trap people. As soon as anybody touches them, trap closed on them. He was amused to think of some people who were already trapped and some others who were trying to reach the bait. Next, one day, one dark evening, as he was trudging, pay attention the beauty of the words which has been used, his condition. So one dark evening he was trudging, walking in exhausting manner. He was very much exhausted along the road. He saw a grey cottage on the roadside. He knocked at the door, asked for night shelter. Owner of the cottage was lonely old crofter. Crofter was somebody who rented a small farm with a plot of land, living in a house on it. A tenant farmer who paid his tenancy with manpower instead of cash. So, a crofter, the owner of the cottage, was a old crofter. He was lonely, without wife or children. He welcomed Rat Trap Sailor because he was all alone. He needed someone to share his feelings. He entertained his guest. He welcomed the peddler, gave him hot porridge to eat and tobacco to smoke. Then both played cards. They played Majolus. It is a game played with the help of cards. He was very generous, talkative, and confident. He was a confident. He was very talkative, and he told him that he had a cow whom he said bossy, who could support him, and sold her creamery milk and cream. He also told him that he received 30 kroners. It is 30 kroners last payment. In order to make him believe, he took down a pouch, showed him the money. Then he put the money back in the pouch. He showed his guest those 30 kroners in order to make him believe, and he kept back the money. The crofter and the peddler, they went away next morning. The peddler came back to the cottage. He had been tempted to steal the money that hung like a bait in the window frame. He knew very well where the crofter had kept money. So he smashed the window pane and stole those 30 kroners. Now he thought it was not safe to walk. He felt pleased with his smartness. Then he realized that he dared not continue on the public highway. So he decided to walk around in the wood. He took to the woods. He got into a big and confusing forest. He kept on walking. without coming to the end of the forest and realized that he had only been walking around in the same part of the forest. He thought he had let himself be fooled by a bait, had been caught. The whole forest seemed to him like an impenetrable prison from which he could never escape. So, students, after stealing those 30 kroners, he decided to walk towards the woods, and he was caught in the trap, baited by money. Those 30 kroners, they were just like bait. Bait होता है चारा, जैसे हम रैट को पकड़ने के लिए पोर्क या कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ डालते हैं जो रैट को पसंद होती है. In this way, he compared himself as a rat, and those 30 kroners, they were nothing but bait. Now he was lost in big and confusing forest. Strangely path twisted forth, had been walking around the same part. This was dense forest. It was the month of December last, and the Christmas was approaching. It was late in December. Darkness increased the danger, as also his gloom, sadness, despair, disappointment. He sank down on the ground as he was quite tired. He was cursing himself. Why did he come into the temptation? He sank down on the ground as he was quite tired. He was befooled and caught by the bait. So he knew very well that now his end was near, because he couldn't find the way. He was hungry, thirsty, and tired. Now he reached Ramso Iron Works. He heard the sound of the hammer stroke. It was echoing in the jungle. He summoned all his strength, got up and staggered in the direction of the sound. He decided to follow the direction of the sound. He reached a forge. It is Ramso Iron Work. You can see. It was a large plant with smelter, rolling mill, forge. He reached a forge where the master smith and his helpers, sitting near the furnace, waiting for the pig iron to be ready to put on the anvil. There were many sounds: big bellows, groan, burning coal, crack, fire boil, shoveled against the brick tiled roofs, clattering, water falling, roaring, different sounds mentioned in this part. On account of all these noises, the blacksmith did not notice that a man had opened the gate, entered the forge until the stranger stood close up to the furnace. Now I am explaining the few terms which are used here. Ramso Iron Work. Smelting is a process of applying heat to ore in order to extract a base metal. This is smelting. Next, rolling is a process in which metal is passed through one or more pairs of rolls to reduce the thickness and to make the thickness uniform. Concept is similar to the rolling of dough. And forging is a manufacturing process involving the shaping of metal. blows are delivered with hammer, a powerful hammer. So students, blacksmith, when he glanced him, he unwelcomed him because his impression was not very good. Casually, indifferently, he showed his indifferent attitude towards the intruder. Intruder, it means peddler, who had long beard, dirty rag with a bunch of rat traps dangling on his chest. Peddler asked for permission to stay. Master blacksmith nodded a haughty consent, showing proud without saying a word. He wanted shelter. So blacksmith nodded him. Ramso Iron Works. Some pictures are shown here. Big bellows shoveling charcoal into the maw of furnace. Owner of the work was very particular. Owner of Ramso Iron Works was very particular about the quality of iron he produced. On one of his visits, he came into the forge. While he looked intensely at the peddler's face, peddler who was lying near the furnace because he was hungry, thirsty, tired, and his clothes were wet. It was raining heavily outside. So when he got fire, he slept